Hi guys, I am going to go over the answers to the homework. What I'm going to do is I'm first going to just give you the actual answer. And then after I've gone through each question, I will go back and explain each question. So check your answers, circle the problems that you did not have correct. And then that way you can kind of fast forward the second part of the video. You can fast forward to jump to the actual questions that you need to see some more details with. Okay. All right. So number one, the correct answer is, we'll do red. All right, is negative 32w plus 8w plus 3. Okay, and actually one mistake, this is an x. All right, and remember the order of these three terms does not matter. So somebody else in the class could have had 8x minus 32w plus 3. And that is the same thing as what I had, okay? I mean, you could have any combination of these three terms in order, okay? The important part, remember, is that you have a negative 32w, a positive 3, and a positive 8x, okay? Number two, the correct answer is negative 5a plus 20, or you could have 20 minus 5a. They mean the same thing. Okay. Number three, you could have negative 8x minus 2, or you can have negative 2 minus 8x. Number four, negative g plus b, or b minus g. Number five, negative 2e minus 2, or negative 2 minus 2e. Number six, 3t plus 1, or 1 plus 3t. Number seven is 0. Number 8, 5x plus 10, or 10 plus 5x. Number 9, negative 12w plus 5, or 5 minus 12w. Number 10, negative 9. Number 11, negative 2c plus 2, or 2 minus 2c. Number 12, negative 4s, negative 4r. 13 is 8. 14 is 2y plus 7, or 7 plus 20y. Number 15, 5p. 16, negative 10d minus 11, or negative 11 minus 10d. All right, and then the second part of this was just the notes that I had given you during class. The vocabulary, we had done notes where we explained like terms and unlike terms, so really none of the second page. I apologize that it was attached as the homework. I didn't realize that it was also connected to this page. You were not expected to do any of this these were all of the same examples that we had in the notes, every single one of these pretty much. So I'm not going to go over those ones. All right, if you need to go back and get some further detail, I'm going to do that now. You can fast forward through questions that you did have correct. You don't need to watch every single one if not needed. Okay, so number one, our like terms are our W's. And remember, keep the sign with the number that follows it. So 4W minus 36W, that's where we get our negative 32W. Okay, then you have positive 8x, positive, whoop, that's a mistake, positive 8x. There's no x's to combine with it. So I'm just going to bring it down. Then we have positive 3, and there's nothing to add. We don't have any other just numbers on their own. So we have nothing to combine with it. So that's just bringing down the plus 3, and there would be your final answer. And again, that can be in any order. Okay. Number 2. So we have 16 and positive 4. When you combine 16 and positive 4, you get positive 20. Then we have negative 8a and positive 3. So when you combine those, that's where we get that negative 5a. And there's your final answer. Okay, number 3, 10 and negative 12. So think 10 plus negative 12, that will give you negative 2. Then we have negative 15, positive 7. Negative 15, positive 7, negative 8x. Okay, number 4, negative 4g, positive 3g. So think negative 4 plus 3, you get negative 1g. Okay, remember when you have a 1 as your coefficient, you don't necessarily even have to write it there. So if you just wrote negative g, that's perfectly fine. Then I have my 5b and negative 4b. So that's going to give me plus b. Okay, you could say, or that's going to give me positive 1. So you could say plus 1b, or you could just say plus b. They both mean the same thing. Okay. Number 5, 6e, negative 8e is negative 2e. Then we're going to combine negative 11 and positive 9, and you get negative 2. Okay, next one, you have positive 1t. Remember, there's really a 1 out in front as the coefficient, plus 2t. So 1 plus 2, you have a total of 3t's. Then we can combine our constants or numbers on their own. So negative 3 plus 4, you get positive 1. There's your final answer. Okay, next one we have 6n's minus 6n's. So think 6 minus 6, you get 0. If you have 0 n's, we don't even have to write down the 0. Okay, then we're going to combine positive 12 and negative 12. So 12 plus negative 12, those are opposites, so that also equals 0. So this has a total of 0. There's 0 n's and then a value of 0. Okay, number 8. There's a little 1 out in front of that x, and there's also a little 1 in front of that x. So if we combined 1x plus 3x plus 1x, that's going to give us 5x's. Then we're going to combine positive 2, positive 5, and positive 3. So that gives us positive 10. Okay. Number 9, negative 2w plus negative 13w plus positive 3w. So negative 2 and negative 13, that will give you negative 15. And then negative 15 plus positive 3 will give us negative 12w. There's nothing that we can combine with the 5, so just bring it down. Okay. All right, number 10. Oh, look at that. These are all constants, so you're just adding this up. So you're going to think negative 12 plus 13, that will give you positive 1, plus negative 8, which gives you negative 7, plus 5, negative, what do we got here? We got 1 plus negative 8 is negative 7, plus 5 is negative 2, minus 7, you get negative 9 for your answer. Okay. Number 11, you can combine the C's. So 2C and negative 4C, you'll get negative 2C. 5 and negative 3 will give you positive 2. And there's your final answer. All right, negative 10R, positive 6R will give you negative 4R. Negative 2s and positive 2s, negative 2 and positive 2 will equal 0, so you have 0 s's. So this will be negative 4r will be your final answer. Number 13, we can combine negative 5 and positive 6, negative 5v and positive 6v. That will give you positive 1v. And then when you add that with negative 1v, positive 1v, negative 1v, they will equal 0 v's. So I have 0 v's, and now I'm going to combine my constants. So negative 2 and positive 10 will give you that positive 8. Number 14, 16y and positive 4y will give you 20y. And I just noticed I made a mistake when I wrote my answer here, so that's 20y. Now I'm going to combine the constants. Positive 10 and negative 3 will give you positive 7. So 20y plus 7 is that final answer. Okay, number 15, we have 1p plus 5p, that's going to give you 6p, minus 8p, that's going to give you negative 2p, plus 9p, that's going to give you 7p, and then 7p plus negative 2p will be 5p. Number 16, we have negative 8d and negative 2d. So think negative 8 and negative 2. You're going to have a total of negative 10d's. And then we can combine positive 9 and negative 20 to get negative 11. And that will be your final answer. Okay, if there's any other questions, you don't understand how a particular answer came about, just circle the number or jot down a little note for yourself. And when I am back, I will go back over it for you. Okay.